Does that cycle work in commercial real estate as well? And the answer is yes. But it's important to understand that in commercial real estate, the cycle is not as volatile as it is in residential. A lot of people look at the residential market and say, we've got all these foreclosures out there right now and things are bad. Well, are things bad? And the question would be, bad for who? Well, if you're one of the people who unfortunately lost your home in the last year or two, well, things are bad for you. But if you happen to be an investor in the marketplace right now with a little bit of cash, things are probably pretty good for you, because you can buy properties at a very good price today where you couldn't get them at that price 2 or 3 years ago. So it's all a relative thing. The reason that the commercial market is not as volatile as the residential market is because where the residential market pricing is based on perception. People look at a house and go, oh honey, I want to live in that house. It's beautiful. I love it. And I like the color and the carpet and the location. And so their purchasing decision is made on a much more emotional basis than the purchasing decision that people make in commercial real estate. In commercial real estate, the price of a piece of property, if you'll recall, is based on income. And the income doesn't fluctuate nearly as dramatically as people's perception of the residential marketplace. So commercial real estate is not as volatile because the income tends to be the same year after year. It goes up a little bit because of rental price increases and things like that, but it doesn't go up nearly as dramatically. And if the income just goes up slowly and people buy based on income, then they don't force the price up nearly as dramatically as what you'll see in the residential market. So commercial real estate tends to be much more stable than residential. It doesn't overinflate as dramatically. Certainly we do have overinflation or overstating prices because of demand and things like that. If there's a lot of demand for apartment buildings in a particular area, and there's not many apartment buildings, then what happens to rental prices? They go up. When rental prices go up, developers say, we need to build apartment buildings because we can make a lot of money because rents are high. And so they build a lot of apartments, and now there's a glut on the market over a period of time. And with the glut of apartments available on the market, what happens to residential or to apartment prices? They come down. And that's how the cycle works, but it's still based on income and not some perceived value. And so the commercial market tends to be much more stable. Now, having said that, are there bad transactions where people do pay too much in commercial? Yes. Are there situations in the commercial market where there's too much building and over inventory in a particular area? Yes. What impact does that have on the investor? Well, it depends on whether you're the investor who bought the property and paid too much, or whether you're the investor who has some capital in the marketplace today and has the opportunity to buy. It's not good or bad. It's just understanding that in this cycle, there's opportunity. Does that mean you can't buy when the prices are high? Of course you can. You have to buy in a different way. You have to buy looking at the cap rate, the return on investment, and you also have to look at how much financing that you're putting on the property, because that's a cost to carry it. In high-priced marketplaces, many times properties bought for cash because the returns aren't as significant as in other places. But the important thing to understand is the market will tend to correct itself faster in the commercial arena than it will in the residential arena, because it doesn't overinflate.